Last week, the War Room effort really showed an impact with various ministers coming out and signaling change with IPPs and acting CEOs for Eskom. And we're joined today by Chris Yelland, who always brings really interesting insights into these things. So, Chris, welcome. And what is your sense of the environment in the energy sector with Eskom and the IPPs that you've seen from last week?
Yeah, I must say I'm getting a new feeling of optimism and confidence coming out of the Department of Energy, the Department of Public Enterprises, and indeed Eskom. What with the appointment of Brian Molefe late last week. So we're seeing a sort of improved picture, a picture where Eskom is being left to concentrate on Medupi, Kusile, and Ngula. That's the existing new build, as well as improving the performance of its existing fleet of power stations in terms of getting rid of this maintenance backlog, getting the performance, the energy availability factor back to where it should be. I'm hoping that this is, really the result of quite a lot of hard work at the War Room by Deputy President Ramaphosa, by his team of advisors, and it's slowly starting to bear fruit. And important is this Eskom being left to continue with its new build, whilst the private sector is being called upon to deliver in the short and medium term the new generation capacity coming from renewable energy and also from the short-term power procurement program with independent power producers, with coal IPPs, requests for proposals coming up, with gas industry and gas proposals coming up. All of these things could bring very significant new power generation from the private sector. And then, of course, we had the announcement of Brian Molefe, which I think added a new feeling of confidence, a person who comes with a significant background in large organizations and large state-owned enterprises, the Public Investment Corporation, and he seems to have the confidence of the business community and of the public sector that he may be the person to lead a turnaround at Eskom.
Someone like Peter Attard Montalto said that they were very confident in someone like Brian Molefe, but that he might come across the same problems as the suspended CEO, that just because he's good, the problems might be too big for him. Do you think that's true? Do you think that the other things that have happened maybe in the board and other sectors that are also signaling improvements?
Yes, I do. I agree entirely that this is not a one-man game, and it's not about individual personalities, and every problem and issue that arises has to be looked at systematically, and a systematic solution found to the problem. And I do think that there is a team at Eskom, a pretty good team, but it needs leadership. It also needs the support of government and not the interference of government. And up to now, I think people like Brian Dames and subsequent acting CEOs and Mr. Matona, we're under a lot of pressure from government in one way or another. And I certainly hope that Mr. Molefe is going to be left alone to get on with the job, just as apparently the CEO of Telkom has been given that space to get on with the business and not be conflicted with a whole lot of political interference and social requirements.